Investors and traders, welcome to the channel Market Chart Pattern. Today is 12th of May 2024. Hope everyone is having a great day. In this video, we are going to go through the Bitcoin market, and here I'm going to explain a concept with regards to Lucas time spiral, which in my opinion appears to be operating in this market. As always, this video is for educational purposes only, and it is not a financial advice. Before we begin to talk about the Lucas numbers and the Lucas time spiral, I just want to quickly show you something on daily charts. Here we go. And this is the daily chart of Bitcoin. This is the price chart. And here what you see, these dots. If you're using a package such as TradingView, you have an indicator available which is called moon phases. And what it does is just plots the moon's phases of new moon and full moon. So what you see here, let me just double click, the new moon, which is in the blue dots, is on the top, and when it is full moon it is in this orange color, and it is at the bottom. Here I just wanted to show you that there has been in my opinion cycles which are operating in this market, and what we can see is that sometimes this full moon, the new moon, seems to have picked up the tops pretty well, and sometimes bottoms picked up pretty well by the full moon. So you can actually study this on your own, but some of these have been actually quite spectacular, such as this one, a big top here, a big top here. Then we also have had nice bottoms here, a bottom here, and it looks pretty interesting. Now, if we just Google what is a lunar month, the lunar month is approximately 29, a little bit over 29 days. So it alternates between 29 days and 30 days. And approximately, we can approximate it to 29 days just to make it simpler. Now, I'll just move you to show you what Lucas numbers are. So this is from Wikipedia. And Lucas numbers is a sequence which was found by French mathematician Francois-Edouard Anatole Lucas. I hope I pronounced his name properly. And in fact, it was Luca who also popularized the Fibonacci sequence as well. And he came up with his own sequence, which is described here. So I'm not going to go into the details of how it actually works. But what is really important to see is that we have these numbers 1, 3, 4, 7, 11, 18, 29, 47, 76, 123, and so on and so forth. And here, this is something really interesting. You see this spiral formation here. This is the Luca spiral, which the arc, which you can see, is operating like this. It looks very similar to the Fibonacci spiral, and I believe there is a relationship between the two, which you can actually Google about, and you will learn a lot more. In fact, if you go to YouTube, you type Lucas numbers, and you will be able to see some really nice and informative videos. I'll try to put a link to one as well, where you will be able to understand these more. But for now, for the purpose of this video, it's important to understand that there is a concept of a spiral, and this is how it is moving. Look at the Lucas numbers 11, 18, especially 29, then 47, and 76, and so on and so forth. So this is important to know. Now, just moving back to our chart, what we see is a long-term monthly chart in log format. So on the y-axis, this is in the log format, going back to pretty much the inception of the data available on TradingView. And here what I've tried to do is essentially marked the important highs that occurred in this time frame. So the base is around the 8th of June 2011. That is when the first significant high appeared, and we just label it with 0, and then there's also a 0 in the brackets, which will actually signify the nearest Lucas number. Okay, and then if we count the first significant high that appeared, it was about 11 months prior to that. So I've just put that as minus 11. And then if we just begin to count towards the next high, That came in on 10th of April 2013 and was 22 months apart compared to this one. And then the next important one, high, which came in, was 29 months apart compared to our base here. And that was on 29th of November 2023. So if we add 7, which is Lucas number, to 22, we get 29. And 22 itself is 2 times 11, which is a Lucas number. And now the next significant high that came in 17th of December 2017 was about 47 months, was actually 47 months apart compared to this 29th of month high which came in. So this is the time difference is 47 months, which is a Lucas number, and you add 29 to 47, and what we are getting is 78, and the next the closest Lucas number is 76, which is in the brackets here. And then if we actually look at the next important high which came in, it was 96 months apart with respect to our base here on 26th of June 2019. And with respect to the high of 17th of December 2017, it was about 18 months apart, which is also Lucas number. Moving on, the next important high came on the 10th of November 2021, and it was 125 months with respect to our base here, and the nearest Lucas number is 123. Now the important thing is, if we add 94, if we take 94 and we add 29 to it, we get 123. And then if we just take a sum of 18 plus 29, which is 47, and we basically add 76 plus 47, we also get 123. And also really interesting part is that if we take 94, which is essentially 2 times 47, Lucas number 47, and then we add 29 to it, we also get 123. So here, this 123 months with respect to this base was a important date from a time perspective, because of the confluence of a number of these sequences summing up here. So this is another reason that we have seen this high being a pretty important high for several months and perhaps years. And it took quite a while for Bitcoin to actually recover from it and form a new high. So there is clearly a concept of this time spiral which is operating in this market, the way I see it. And now what is really important is we have another important date coming up. In fact, it has already happened around 13th of March 2024. And what happens is that if you now take 123, that was the Lucas number high which came in 2021, and you add 29 to it, so the Lucas number 29, right, going back to here, then what we get is 152. Then if you take 94 and you basically add 58 to it, which is 29 times 2, what we get is 152. Now these Lucas numbers, from a time perspective, they can actually contract or expand by a factor of half or 2. So in terms of multiples, it can happen. And if you take the base of 76 and add the Lucas number 76, we also get to 152. And this is just what I've tried to show you, that from this our base, 152 months will take us to where we actually happen to be in the month of March. So there is some approximation to it. We could be off by a few months. We have seen that here. This is why we have done the approximation. But if this spiral is working the way I think it is working, the Lucas time spiral, then it means that we might have seen a pretty important high coming in the Bitcoin market, and the chances are that the Bitcoin is actually likely to move lower. So we'll wait and see how this will operate, but this Lucas time spiral concept is really interesting, and the way it has been operating in this market, looking at the past data that we have seen here, where the important highs have come in, especially around where we have got a number of confluence of these coming together. So it's very similar to that Fibonacci concept which we look at on the price axis. This is a little bit different. It is Lucas numbers, also very important. They have a relationship with the Fibonacci numbers as well. And whenever there is a confluence of these numbers coming together, just the way here we have seen a very important high coming, which was in place for several months, and we have a confluence of these numbers coming together here as well, with respect to the recent high. So this is one idea that I wanted to present to you. I hope you'll find this informative, and if you do, then please give a thumbs up to the video. And if you found it really interesting, informative, and you like how we look at things from a technical perspective here on the channel, then please do subscribe to the channel. So thank you very much for watching the video. Good luck, good trading, and I speak to you guys soon.